Welcome to this edition of Stockholm Mafia Tools, and this week in this episode I'm going to cover RepeatJob Vegas. Now I'm going to point out something immediately that I noticed as an anomaly as I was going through this bookmarklet. I'm going to go ahead and run it on a job that requires some cash on hand in order to run the job. Right now at this moment I didn't have anything outside the bank, so I'm going to go ahead and unbank some money. Okay, and from my last run of the bookmarklet, I had it set up that anything over 100,000 automatically gets banked. Now, when I run the bookmarklet for the first time here, you're going to notice what happens. It automatically deposits my 200 grand into my vault, and it tells me I need more cash to run the job. This is not the intended result, but it is something that is set up this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the bank above amount when I'm running this particular job using RepeatJob to 0. And then while this is open, I'll explain a few features of the bookmarklet, and then I'll go ahead and run it again. When the bookmarklet runs, it runs on an Unframed Mafia Wars page. The first thing that it will do, if you have not unframed, is automatically unframe it for you. And then there's several key components of the page here. The tools shows you the number of jobs done. This box, if you change this to 100, let's say, and this is kind of handy if you're going to go ahead and do certain jobs in certain cities. For example, now you have to collect loot on key cards and alarm codes in order to move forward throughout the game, and you may only want to run that particular job 50 times to collect 50 keys, as opposed to, and you don't want to have to remember, did I do 50 already or whatever else. So you could actually put in after the bookmarklet starts running, you can go ahead and put a value in here, and it will only run that job so many times. The obviously bank amount I've pointed out immediately because of the flaw in what I was doing, which was had a bank amount greater than $100,000, and the problem in this particular case is I need to keep money outside the bank in order to be able to perform the jobs. The delays are normal, typical Stockholm delays, and then you have other option over here called pause on event, and if you click that, it's a continue on event. Now this is pretty handy as well, especially in the Vegas jobs, because you may only want to run that job till you achieve 100% mastery, and then at that point you want it to pause. You don't want it to continue on and continue to expend your stamina, your energy as the job goes on. So what you would do is leave it on pause on event, and I will show, once I extract some money from the bank and run this bookmarklet again, that you will, when you reach 100% mastery, it'll actually stop. The status, obviously, is a status, keeps you posted where you're at. We've also added some stats as far as experience gained, money gained, and then how much has been banked. Pause options, you have an option to pause on a particular ratio. So if I want to stop, when my energy to experience ratio drops to 2.11, I can put that value in here, and then the bookmarklet will pause on that event. I can also do the same thing for a stamina ratio, or I can do it for a specific experience to level. Let's say I want to stop when I have 100 experience left to level. I can go ahead and pause using that event. We also allow you to see where your current strength meters are, and then we have an option to hide loot, and initially the bookmarklet will hide the loot, and then you can show or not show the log too, and these are just clickable items that you can click on to do what you need to. So I'm going to go ahead and unvault some money that I keep vaulting, and I'm going to go ahead and take out 200 grand. And hopefully I won't get attacked while this is going on, because otherwise my money will start disappearing. And now I'm going to go ahead and say I want to run this bookmarklet 50 times. And so it'll actually now start resuming the job, and each step of the way it's showing me how much has been gained in experience and money, and the percentage of completion for mastery. So what should happen here is it'll just keep plugging along here, and I will keep monitoring it. And I'm going to go ahead and unhide the loot so you can see this too, and I can talk about it a little bit. You see the security camera, boomerang, amphiquad. It also shows you the collection items that have been captured as well as the casino items. And we're getting pretty close, and then when we hit 100%, even though I have selected 50 as the number of jobs I wanted to run, it should pause on the event. And so we should see here in a second at 96%, and job has been mastered, and we have gone into a job mastered, and it's pausing. Now if you want to continue to get then to your 50 items, run your 50 jobs, you would just go ahead and click the pause button, which will turn into a play button, and you'd start going again. And then that job should start back up again on us. The other thing you can do is you can say continue on event and let the job go ahead and run now, and it will run until it reaches the 60 jobs mark, the 50 jobs mark, and then stop at that point. I'm going to go ahead and stop this at this point because I don't obviously want to burn a whole bunch of stamina. So I'm just going to pause it, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit. And so you can see now the job that I had been working on, which is dig up links to Halloran, has now been completed. I've got 100% mastery. One of the things I've noticed about Vegas as of late, and I'm not sure exactly why, but sometimes I end up having to click the district header again in order to see the actual completed level of mastery as far as so in this particular case, to actually see the icon that I've actually completed the silver level. And I've noticed that along the left-hand side here too, and I'm not exactly sure why that is, other than I can say it's probably a Mafia Wars bug. So I've now done that. Now I've done that with an energy job. Now I'm going to go ahead and close the bookmarklet down, because you've seen basically what it does and what features there are. And I'm going to bounce over to a, let me see if I can find one I haven't done yet. Okay, so I've got take out a crooked DEA unit. I'm going to go ahead and launch RepeatJob Vegas again after I fight once. And I won that fight, which was nice. And if I click RepeatJob Vegas, and I'm going to scroll back up so you can see that in my window here, and notice what it's doing for me now is I'm actually now fighting those fights down here, and I'm increasing my level of proficiency and mastery as each step goes through. So the bookmarklet is performing these tasks for me. This is a great little bookmarklet, saves a lot of time, and if there's any questions or whatever, please ask us on our forums. And thank you for what you guys do, and Spock on.